stay praying for a G. So I pray. See, boy, know it right there what I know. Yes, indeed. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him right now on all social medias right now. Y'all make sure y'all go do that for me. Next up. One man right here. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. We got a very special guest that we're gonna have tuned in just a few minutes. So y'all stay right here.
Yeah. Okay. Since a youngin', I always believe, that a man should stand for what he believes in. This a one man's army, one man's pain on your one man grind. The one man's game. Put it together, you only survive it for yourself. Sit back and close your eyes, take a line and take a puff. It's a one man's army, one man's pain on your one man grind. The one man game. Word to the wise. Be sufficient. Surviving on your own will bring you tons of commission. Consistent. Hello. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you, when I die, will you bury me a legend? Or when I die, you bury me being messy. Pictures with the comments acting like that we were best friends. True love don't really flip flop. Lying on my name will get you 100 in your inbox. He said, I'ma get you. See, I'm here to press the issue when you die. Seems like the only time that feeling miss you retrieve. I'm sick and tired of being bandaged. Life is just a word, but it's something that I cherish. But I'm just here to tell the truth. It's RaDeazy Herrin Drive. I salute. Talk to him. It's a one man's army, one man's pain on your one man grind. The world of one man's game. Put it together. You only survive it for yourself. Sit back and close your eyes. Take a line and take a puff. It's a one man's army, one man's pain on your one man grind. The world of one man game. Word to the wise. Be sufficient. While surviving on your own will bring you tons of commission. Consistent. Hello. Seeking knowledge. I will always be a blessing, bro. Blessing, magnifying. See the bullshit, no telescope. I'm petrified. Cause all my love was dying slow. Slept on when I rhymed. Every catch is flow. So much love lost. Not enough love found. It's our balls, baby. When I split them out. Now who's better? So I can flush them down. I'm never half stepping. I pivot from the ground. Put the pen to the pad, let him masturbate. Push power to your back and let them hate. But I'm just here to tell the truth. It's RaDeazy Herrin Drive, I salute. Talk to him. It's a one man's army, one man's pain on your one man grind. The world of one man's game. Put it together, you only survive it for yourself. Sit back and close your eyes, take a line and take a puff. It's a one man's army, one man's pain on your one man grind. The world of one man game. Word to the wise. Be sufficient. While surviving on your own will bring you tons of commission. Consistent. Hey.
Yes, indeed. One man army. One man pain be on your one man grind. The world's a one man game. Put it together. You only surviving for yourself. Sit back and close your eyes, visualize and take a breath. Yes, indeed. You already know what time it is. You one-on-one live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. I really thank everybody thus far that's been tuning in, that's been commenting, that's shared this video, that's gonna share this video. I definitely appreciate that. Like I was telling y'all earlier, man, we got to believe. We got to start believing in everything we do. It don't matter whatever your mind think about, you got to believe it. You know, your mind should be processing something that you don't really believe. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stay away from negativity. If you don't believe in it, stay away from it. Believe. Motivate somebody. Like spend every day when you wake up. Try to motivate somebody. Definitely thank the Lord when you wake up. But motivate somebody. You know, you never know what somebody going through. You know, that one little sweet talk or one little quote or one little, phone call, text, you can save their life. You never know what somebody going through. So that's what we got to do. We got to start just motivating people so to where that can, spread and more people can start doing it. Not everybody worldwide be motivating each other. We're not here to tear each other down. The word is already corrupted right now anyway. So us as people, we need to motivate people, so I'm sending shots at everybody out there to definitely challenge you to motivate somebody. I also definitely challenge you to do something different in your life. Write down 3 different things that you could accomplish tomorrow that's going to make your day successful. So I'm definitely challenging everybody in the world right now. Also, before we get in our live interview, we got one on March 6, 2021. We got Lights, Camera, Action Comedy Show. We're going to be held in Slidell, Louisiana. You can go to lca.eventbrite.com to get your tickets. So you make sure you stay on top of that. Make sure you stay on top of that. I'll be giving you more information and more updates on that. So definitely do that. The next comedy show. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Looking for a good time in the last search no further. Laughter is good for the soul, and everybody deserve one. Everybody deserve one. But definitely. Like I said, we believing. We believing. Everything we're doing right now, we believing. We believing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our special guest in. I've been waiting all week to actually get on live with them, and we're gonna be kicking a little flavor together. So if you're out there, make sure you share this video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you show us some love. Make sure you show us some love. Here we go. And thanks for all the LLCs out there, all the people that's doing business. Keep doing your thing. Hello.
What's going on, brother?
What's popping with it, man? How everything going on with you?
Man, everything good, man. I just got done wiping my tears for this thing. I still got on my Saints hat. It's all good.
Man, hey, look, bro. We still gonna be here. We still gonna be. Hey, we gonna be back next year, man. We gonna be back next year. Hey, like I already said, man. I was thinking about that all day. I was like, man, we just really lost. You know what I'm saying? But we still
won. No excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse.
Definitely, man. Look, man, like I said, man, I definitely appreciate your time. You could be doing anything in the world, but you're right here, one-on-one live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Before we even get this thing started, man, I want to welcome you to the whole world. Everybody that's going to share this video, everybody that's going to send a hearts up, everybody that's going to comment on this video. Man, I want to welcome comedian MC Bacon Bitch, the one-on-one live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Yes, indeed. How everything going on with you?
Man, everything is a blessing, brother. We taking it day for day. Like I say, the Saints game hit me hard. Other than that, man, you know me, every day just trying to build this brand and just be the best comedian that I can be. And that's it.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, the best comedian that you could be, and that's one thing about a lot of people. That's why I just got to talking about believing. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe that you are the best. You got to believe that you're going to get better. You got to believe in anything that you put your mind forth into. And by you saying that I'm trying to be the best that you could be, man, that speaks volume about what you got going on. And definitely, like I said, we want to let the whole world know about you. And we're going to get out definitely deep off in this conversation and stuff like that. One-on-one. Like I said, man, I can't introduce you like how you can introduce yourself. So why don't we start off with tell the world a little bit about yourself?
Well, most definitely. As they know, I'm comedian MC Bacon Bits. Man, I was born Victor Smith Jr. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan, man. That's where I was born. I came down south later, man. Just a regular childhood, born in the 80s, just regular life, man. I grew up in the era that, if your parents didn't smoke crack, something was wrong with them. That's my era. So, like, if your parents were sober, something was wrong with them. So, to me, I had the best childhood, man. Beautiful mother, beautiful stepfather. They're the focus of a lot of my comedy because my life was like that. My whole family is funny. In my opinion, they could be comedians. Basically, I knew that I wanted to do comedy, but honestly, the kind of family that I come from, my family will say anything. I come from a family that don't bite their tongue. So a lot of time, the things that I was thinking about would have got me kicked out of school, would have got me kicked out the church. I would have got whooped. So a lot of my thoughts, even though I felt they were funny, and when I was around people privately and I said things, they would laugh, but I would be serious. And I would kind of get mad because I'm like, I'm really being serious. And you killing yourself laughing, you slobbing at the mouth. And I'm really trying to make a point. So my thoughts have always been funny, but I've always been scared to share that because, as you know, brother, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went from that. I've been doing it 5 years now, man. Thank God. I actually did my first show myself. I did it myself. I don't have any avenues down here in Natchez, Mississippi, where I'm from. So I actually linked up with my cousin Danny Jr. He's kin to me on my dad's side, and my family, they run a club called Danny's Lounge over in Vidalia, Louisiana, which is like 5 minutes from Natchez. You just cross the bridge, you know. And he gave me an opportunity to just put on a show, and from putting on that show, it just let me know that I had it. So the first time that I ever got on the stage, I actually had the blessing of putting myself and booking myself. And, you know, I was basically saying, hey, if don't nobody laugh, screw it. You know, people came out and laughed, but I was like, hey, y'all laughing just because y'all know me. I ain't really funny. Y'all just, you know, y'all just laughing because y'all my cousin. You know, you laughing because you owe me $20 and you don't want me to ask for it back. You know, and you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know how it is.
You know, yeah, you ain't really support me like that. You stole my bike and you still got it. You know, you ain't, so I had to go through that. And then once I realized, I started going to other avenues and started getting outside of Natchez, and people that never met me not only was laughing, but they was gravitating toward me as if like I was their little brother or their nephew or their cousin, and people were showing me genuine love, man. Just the events we've been having coming out there to Slidell, man, people come up and hug me. And, you know, I have my wife with me. She the manager / groupie bodyguard. Make sure don't nobody take me in the back room, you know. You know, I keep her with me at all times. You know, she be smiling. Everybody, oh, your wife is so sweet. You know, they don't know she got the gun in the car. You know, yeah, so, you know, the love is genuine, bro. The love is genuine. And, you know, I'm just trying to build this brand and just, like I say, be the best comedian that I can be. Basically, because this is a lane. It's so many of us. I tell people like rappers, comedians, sometimes I don't even want to say singers, because in my mentality, if you can sing, you just can sing. Like you know, somebody might say I'm wrong, but RaDeazy, me, when a person open their mouth, if they can really sing, like Whitney Houston don't have to convince nobody she can sing. Beyonce don't have to say how I sound. They know they sound good. You know, this comedian thing, you have to get your time and you have to learn different things. You could be funny, but it's bigger than that. Just like rapping, you got people that can rhyme, like they could put lyrics together very well, but they might have an annoying voice. They might just don't know how to put bars together very well. You know, they pick the wrong beats to say they words to. So I think with this comedy, it's more than just being funny, and it's one of these type of things that kind of either you got it or you don't, but you could work on it and still find your audience. It's millions of comedians that, even though they might not be funny to me and RaDeazy, but they still making millions because they found their niche and they find their audience. So I think it's that.
I mean, you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. And that's one thing about it, like, and they go back to that believing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to find your niche in things that you're good at and be great at it. You know, and like how you were saying, how you just started just your first show. You have to book your first show. You started going outside your comfort zone, your little town, and your fan base, and started growing, started seeing you a real genuine dude. You're a real funny comedian, things like that. So that says a lot about you, that you're not scared to venture. You know, you're not scared to venture off. Like I said, we did some work together, man. Like I said, I really appreciate you coming down, showing Herrin Drive Entertainment a whole lot of love, you know. And it's like we've been knowing each other all our life. You know what I'm saying? You know, like we've been knowing each other all our life, and that's what I get that genuineness from you, you know. And it was very special to have you on this platform today to tell the world a little bit more about it. But look, let me ask, I always wonder how you MC Bacon Bits. How you come up with that name?
All right, I get that all the time, man. It's basically for people that know me younger. Like, that's why I compared to rapping. I've always been into rap, into music, and I'm actually getting ready. I'm in the process of putting a comedy rap album together that's gonna be hard lyrics, but it's gonna be funny at the same time. It's gonna be one of a kind. A lot of the comedians and stuff that do music, they don't write their own music or they use other people. But I'm genuinely gonna be spitting hard, and it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be something that people have never seen. It's gonna be nice. But that's where the MC come from. Anybody that know MC is master of ceremony. You know, goes back, like I say, I'm a true 80 baby. You know, Rakim and Nas and guys like that. You know, they want to be MCs. They want to rock the mic. They want to be crowd control. You know, it wasn't a gimmick. You know, they wanted you, when you got done, they wanted you to say their lyrics back to them. It wasn't a catchy hook and just a it was
exactly
real. You know, they took this serious. They thought about what they said before they said it. You know, they pimped their pad and their pen. You know, later you had Grace and you had people like Biggie that was able to come and just spit it off the top, and your Jay-Z's and stuff. But back in the era that I really looked up to, you know, they pimped their pad and their pen, and they really took their words serious. And so that's where the MC come from. The bacon bits is kind of my own thing. But if you think about it, it's simple, but people just don't think about it. I used to have this thing to where my grandmother used to say, like, you crazy as a bat in the daytime. You know, my grandma used to always say, you crazy as a bat in the daytime, because you see a bat in the daytime, you know, the light is going all crazy, then this and that, you know. So my thing was, when you take some bacon bits and you shake them, they all over the place. Like bacon bits land all over the salad, right? So they're all over the place. And so that was my thing. Like, my comedy is all over the place. It's based on how I'm feeling. I vibe off the audience. I can go from church to selling crack to I got saved yesterday. And that's my vibe and that's my authenticity. And so that's where the bacon bits come from. It's like, once you put me on, you don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's just like that bacon bits. When you sprinkle it on that salad, you don't know where it's gonna land. You know, it's just going, it's just gonna go where it's gonna go. I ain't seeing nobody just trying to put bacon bits perfectly one place on their salad. So that's kind of my thing. You know, it goes all over the place. And then also, bacon bits is, like they say, bacon, pork, all this and that. You got people that say, okay, this healthy, this not healthy. But then you got a salad to where it's considered healthy, but what's a salad without bacon bits? So in another vein, the bacon bits is also like, I'm a contradiction. Like, you know, I could be good for you if you want me to be. I could be bad for you if you want me to be. If you put me on your salad, I'm still kind of healthy. If you just eat a whole handful of bacon bits, I don't know, you might need to check your cholesterol. But so amazing, so the bacon bits is positive and negative. I can give you positive. I'm brother. I'm intelligent. I'm honor roll student in school. I'm very read up on things. I read newspapers, and you know, I read more than I watch TV. So I'm very intelligent. So I just like to have different catchphrases. But when I'm on stage, it's not about just showing my intelligence. I just want to say what the hell I want to say. And that's the bacon bits. Like, it's either good or it's bad. Some people, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Or, oh, he said that. I'm glad he said it because I wouldn't want to say, you know, so that's it. And, you know, comedian MC bacon bits, man, that's what you get, bro.
Man, one thing about it, man, and the way how you just broke down MC bacon bits, that's amazing. Because I always I'm like, bacon bits. I can't wait to ask him. And I'm going to ask, I could have asked you plenty of time, like your screen froze, brother. You know, but it's like I want to ask you so many times when I see you and talk to you. I said, you know what? I'm going to save that question for while we live. Because I know it's just me that want to know where bacon bits come from. Yes, sir. You know,
I'm here.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like I said, man, comedian Bacon Bits, we got him on live right now, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him on all social medias. We got On Facebook, Comedian Bacon Bits, MC Bacon Bits. Also on IG, Comedian MC Bacon Bits. Also, if you want to do any features or anything, we're gonna get laid out. We're gonna get off into that too. Also, you send them an email at mcbaconbits1981@gmail.com. Y'all make sure y'all do that right now. So like I said, look, right now, your screen is paused, and I want people to see you moving. Log out. I'm call right back in, okay? We're gonna get Bacon Bits right back in here right quick. We're gonna get them right back in here. Definitely gonna get them right back in here. And we're gonna there we go. Now I can see you. There you go. You're moving now. Right. You're moving now. You know what I'm saying? You a phone like that. Yes, indeed. But look, the way how you broke that down, MC Bacon Bits, that like I love bacon on my salad, bacon bits on my salad, and the way how you explain it could be everywhere. Your comedy is spreading everywhere. You got a lot of love, like I said when I seen you came to Slidell, Louisiana, man. How the people genuinely supported you, and that's how I know that you're very growing, How tell me this? How is the competition, out from where you in your area?
The crazy thing about it is there is none. Everybody that does comedy, I put them on. Katie Ivory, she goes by Regina K, and she does her thing around here. I just put her on her first show. Chunky D. He does a lot of videos and things. I put him on his first show in Vidalia. So the few people that do comedy around here, I basically put them on. There's a very funny brother by the name of Mo Beezy, Montreal Beverly. He's a very funny guy, man, that's known for joning people and cracking jokes, and people go to his page, and he reached out to me about he want to get on stage for the first time. So the crazy thing in my area, I don't have any competition. I create my own competition, if you want to call it competition, because I just look at it as giving back. I wish it was an OG or someone that was there that could have gave me some shortcuts. So, that's the closest I have to competition. Other than that, I don't even look at it as competition. Even, like when I came and did the shows, like when other comedians get done, I don't know what it is. It's just God, they come to me and ask my opinion. I give pointers to people all the time about, just timing and how to hold a mic and different things. And it's still a blessing to me because I didn't have a true teacher, but like I tell people, Bob sense is the best sense in the world. When I paid to put my show together, I was trying to be the funniest I could be because it was my money. I was trying to get a return on my money. And when I go do a show, when somebody book me, I want them to get their money worth. I'm going to ask the promoter, I'm going to ask that person that hired me, hey, what you thought about my show? Was I funny? Was I not? What I need to improve on? Because you're investing in me. You're spending your money, and I want you to get a return on your investment. So that's another thing too, being business minded as well, and understanding that this is still a business, and no matter how funny you are, if you can't get in a situation to put people in seats, it don't mean nothing. You can be the funniest guy in the world, but if won't nobody come see you, it's irrelevant.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's why I say, like, as far as competition, like everybody, not as in like, because the reason why I say competition, because I feel everybody should believe that they are the best. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use the word competition, not as in like, hey, I'm gonna go on stage and I'm gonna be better than you. But of course you're supposed to be like that anyway. But but definitely, like, I coming from where you from, so that makes the market more easier for you then. Ain't too many people. It's not broad. It's very slim that comedians coming out from where you from.
Yeah, I get criticism. I get criticism all the time because they say I should do more in the city. But this is my philosophy on that. Like I tell people, your city is simply that. It's your city. So you gonna love me in my city for whatever you perceive me to be. And a lot of times it might not be a comedian. Like I have to prove to the rest of the world that I'm a comedian and then come back for y'all to accept me and take me serious, because guess what? I can tell all the jokes I want, but if you used to me hanging on a store corner and then I put a flyer up to me, I'm telling jokes, I don't want to come here and tell no joke. That's the dude that be asking people for $1 at the store every time they go pump their gas.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that's the dude that got a baby by my cousin and he don't pay child support. I don't want to go support him. You know, so a lot of times coming from your city, people know you and the real you. And a lot of times people will use that against you. It can help and it can hurt. You know, it can go both ways. Like if you really killing and selling drugs and doing all these different things, and then you rapping about it in your city, you should be considered a terrorist. Don't nobody want to support you because you're a real criminal. But now the people on the internet, oh, he a real one. He real, but no, in your city, you ain't a real one. You probably ain't even in your city because you wanted by the police if you really living what you living. So yeah. So it's like that catch-22 to where I feel like, okay, you around me, y'all around me every day. Y'all know I'm funny. Anytime that you interact with me, I'm gonna speak my mind. You're gonna get all the free laughs. So what's your incentive to spend $20 to come see me? Now, when I want to show love back to my family, I'll reach out to some of my friends, Carlos Miller, Corey Holcomb, DC Young Fly, and put something on and get back to the city. That's definitely gonna happen, you know, because I love my city. But at the same time, right now, I'm building a brand. And to build my brand as a comedian, I have to not be the Victor Smith Jr. that people know of and get to see and touch every day, and go to other places where people don't get to be around me every day and sell them my personality. That's truly what I'm doing with this comment. I'm selling my personality. I'm letting people know that I'm approachable, that I'm funny, that, you know, you come to me and say anything and, you know, I'm just going to react the way that a normal person would react. And that's what it's about. So for me, you know, my city's a priority, but when I come to my city, I want to be building parks. I want to be giving back. I want to, you know, be sending kids to college, scholarships, you know. So the love for my city, I will show it when I make the money and I get the gratitude. But coming from a city of 20,000, 25,000 people, you know, they get to see me and touch me every day. So I want to build that brand. And then when they see you on platforms and they see you doing things and then you put on for the city, then you become like a badge of honor. Then they want to support you because they know what you're doing for the city as a whole. But right now, hey, you know, you going off traveling, you making that money. When you come back, hey, you and your wife just ride nicer. When I see you, you got gold chains on your neck, you looking good. You ain't doing nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? You ain't making our life better in the city. So when you get in a position to do more, then the city's gonna be there. The city's gonna be there regardless, positive or negative. It's just what it is. You know, you're from there. People see you every day. It is what it is.
You're right, and I believe in that theory. I definitely do believe in that theory. Your hometown will be the last one to accept you. You feel me? But when they accept you, they're gonna accept you. You know what I'm saying? But your home, and I don't know why it's like that, but like you said, they see you every day, you know, and your hometown always gonna be the last one to accept you. But that's your city, you know. It's best.
Guess why people line up for Jordan?
Because it's Jordan.
Because it's rare. It's exclusive. They only make so many pair in each size. Once you get them that first launch, they make it exclusive. Once they come back, they relaunch them and put them back in the store. But why you think people line up? They know they could come back 2 months later, but people want to be the first. They want to be the first person to have everything. So that's what you're selling. You selling that experience. You selling that bragging right that I stood in line. You know these shoes right here, can't no average person get them. So my money up, or I'm doing something good. I'm connected. I'm plugged. So that's another thing too. That's what people want, that exclusive. The people want to have something that's rare and it's exclusive to them. So that's another thing too. If a person could walk up and touch you anytime they want, have a conversation with you anytime they want, know where you hang out. You're not as rare as when you see a Beyonce. If Beyonce came to Picayune or came to Natchez, it wouldn't be a place big enough to hold them. Not just because she's Beyonce, but because people going to be saying, man, Beyonce ain't going to never come back here. Why did she come here? Oh, my, we need to go. Half the people might not even show up because they going to think that it's fake. You would have to literally have her go live and saying she's going to be in Picayune or Slidell or Natchez for people to even show up, because they'd be like, man, Herrin Drive lying. He ain't got no Beyonce. Yeah. Beyonce would never come to no place like, but Beyonce human just like us. But it's the rareness, it's the exclusiveness, it's that she's Beyonce. Now, watch this. I lived in Houston 6 years, and I saw Beyonce in the Galleria Mall, and people went crazy. And this is a city she was born and raised, and she was raised in the hoodest area. She didn't just grow up in the prettiest area of Houston. But when she went in the malls and stuff, people go crazy, and that's her city. She owned property there. She's from there. But when she blew up as Beyonce everywhere else, now she's just Beyonce. So it don't matter whether she's in Houston, wherever she's at, they're gonna lose their mind. So it's the same concept with us. It's the same thing right now. We're in our cities. We're touchable. We're approachable. It's something about a person walking around. It's the catch-22. I go to Chicago, and if I take me a security guard, bodyguard with me or whatever, they say, oh, he's smart. But if I come to my own city to do a show and I got security and all that, oh, he's scared of somebody. He must owe somebody something. Like, what's wrong with him? Like, he ain't real. He ain't a real one. He needs security. But the truth of the matter is, it don't matter where you at, RaDeazy. If you're successful, you a walking lick. Somebody want something from you. So now, once you get there, people want you to act different, but then they gonna talk about you for acting different. They gonna talk about you because guess what? The minute that one of my chains gets snatched, they gonna say, oh, he should have had security. Oh, he should have had that. But then when I have security, so my chains don't get snatched, they're going to say he's scared to be in his own city without security. He must not be real. He must not be from the street. I don't care nothing about no streets. I'm trying to tell these jokes.
Exactly. And you absolutely right, man. Like that's one thing about it. We do got to sell our experience. We do got to, like you said, you like you were explaining earlier, you going to different cities, selling your personality to them,
Yes.
Because that was all about. Haters is like somebody say, haters is going to hate, and somebody say that's why they leave their hometown, for where they grow up. I get that a lot, from the people that send me motivation and things like that. Like, leave your hometown, and more people accept you more. And I do believe that, because everywhere I get more love. I love my city, but I get more love outside my city than I do in my city. And it just.
I thought you was from Slidell when I first met you. They love you so much.
Yeah, man. Like, and it just it's like that, but I'm not gonna down talk them, but they gonna definitely get on board with me. They're gonna definitely get on board with me. But like I said, like how long, you said you've been doing it for 5 years, right?
5 years, bro.
Have you ever been booed off stage since you've been doing it?
Every time I get asked this question, I hate to answer it, but it's just, I've never been booed off stage. And I hate to answer it because it almost sounds cocky, because I believe that, you're not a loss until you're not a boss until you take a loss. So, if I had been booed off stage, I wouldn't even feel bad about it. But just with the grace of God, I have not, because my comedy really, it connects to the people that I'm around, so they understand. I haven't been booed, and maybe that day will come. It happens to the greatest. And when that day come, I'm not gonna let it stop me. but I can just say I have not. But I hate saying it because it's like it comes off a little cocky or oh he think he the best or no, it's just the truth. I have not. But when I do, and if I do, I tell you, I'm gonna come right here on Herrin Drive and tell I got booed. Now y'all say what y'all gotta say. I got booed. Goddamn. They hit me with 5 tomatoes. Like I just haven't. But then at the time, when you in personal settings, and you could attest to this, you've had a lot of different acts, my brother. Some been better than others. The kind of settings that you put together and in these smaller towns, you really don't see a lot of people getting booed just because down south we're very respectful as well. Like when you look at those Apollo type settings and stuff, that's what that was set up for. And they told that, so until you test your comedy in different arenas where that's accepted, like in New York, I'm friends with New York comedians, New Jersey. They're more rude, they're more cocky. Like they don't care. They don't care if they hurt your feelings. Like, but Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, they just like, okay, it wasn't my taste. It wasn't, it wasn't my cup of tea. But they're not gonna boo. It's just kind of. They don't do that, but I will say as a comedian and someone that takes my craft, whether you bombed or not. No one has to boo. You can stand up and give me a standing ovation and I'll be like, man, y'all full of crap. Like, I know because when I'm doing my comedy, I'm making eye contact. I'm grabbing people. I'm intimate with what I'm doing and what I'm saying. It's like I'm having a conversation with you. So it's just like talking to a woman. You could tell whether she's into you or not before you ask her for her number or anything. It's just that intimate. Like, even if she give you her number, it's the wrong number based on her body language. Like, she ain't really into you. Like, that. And if you don't, then that's you. But I know that. I know if a person was genuinely laughing at me, I know the difference between a ha 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 and a I know the difference, and so I feed off the audience. So when I finish my set, I will feel like I was booed, even if I wasn't booed. And by the grace of God, I haven't felt like that, but I'm not scared to feel like that because the kind of individual that I am, it won't do nothing but add fuel to my fire. Because I believe in what I'm doing, and then I believe that the whole world doesn't have to think you're funny. I have conversations every day about Kevin Hart he's not funnier than Cat Williams, or Mike Epps is not funnier than Cat Williams, or Eddie Murphy wasn't better than Richard Pryor. We go on and on. Everybody's gonna have a favorite, and everybody's gonna argue. It's just like these Saints, these football teams. They all go out and do the best they could do, and we're fans of them, so we're gonna go to bat for them, win, lose, or draw. I'm not a bandwagon. I got my Saints hat on purpose to let them know I don't even care that they lost. I was hurt yesterday. I cried. I wiped my eyes, and I'm back at it. And whatever you gotta say, your team was home before my team, and I don't really care. So so that's the mentality with comedy as well. Someone's always going to say you're not as funny as you think you are. And I think, and not only do I think, I know that's what it's supposed to be. Like, come on, man. I grew up as a Christian, man, and I believe Jesus Christ died for our sins to get on another level. But it's people that's going to denounce his prophecy, that's going to denounce that he just was another man. He wasn't the son of God. He wasn't special. You understand what I'm saying? Not to get too religious, but that's how deep it is. Like, no matter how great you are, you could die on the cross. Somebody going to say, man, he ain't do that for me.
You're right.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe he did that. I don't believe nobody send their only begotten son to die for me. I don't believe it. That's your belief. Yes, it's millions of them like that. So if you got people that won't even believe in that, or people that don't even believe in the Bible, or don't even believe that God exists, or believe that we come from a deformed gorilla, or that a gorilla was walking and he just transformed into a human, that's their belief. Everybody got their belief, and I can't knock no person belief because it's truly that. It's your belief. But we're given knowledge. We're
Exactly.
given understanding. We're given tools. The Bible is a tool. We're given these things. So if you don't believe in them, how can I even have a conversation with you? So that's the same way I feel about someone that says I'm not funny. That's like a person coming to me and saying they don't believe in the Bible. For whatever verse I go in that Bible and get them, they're going to have a rebuttal based on what they believe.
Yeah.
Because that's what they believe in. And
Yeah.
I believe in the Bible. So I'm going to defend the Bible, and they're going to defend whatever entity they want to believe in. And at the end of the day, we have to agree to disagree.
Yep.
So if I'm not as funny as that person, thank you, guess what? That's fine. But if you want to buy a t-shirt, if you want to go support a movie, God bless you. I appreciate you. But, oh, you ain't that funny. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I ain't supposed to be funny to everybody.
Exactly.
Because my style of comedy is not made for everybody.
Oh, and look, so that what makes a person, that what makes you unique and different because of what you just said right there. You know, that makes a person unique and different too. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing. Like, you know, you're gonna have them non-believers and you're gonna have them believers. You know, and that my whole thing about we got to believe in what we
Yeah.
do. Like how you said, you gonna they might be saying I don't believe in that, but guess what? You standing firm in what you believe in. You
Yeah.
know, and like that's what it's all about. You know, standing firm in what we believe in. You know, not to cut you off, we'll get right back. We actually got a question out there from a listener. Say, do you observe situation and create your comedy jokes, or can you just create comedy jokes off the top of your head?
Wow. Great question. Great question, Miss Broomfield. I don't know how to say that beautiful first day. Is it
Shadell?
Shadell?
Yeah, Shadell.
That's sexy. Shadell. I like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
Shadell Broomfield. Basically, what I do, it's a combination of both. But I hate to say this again, but it's just the truth. When I come to a show, if I'm doing over 15, 20 minutes, most of it is off the top of my head because I'm so in tune with the audience and I'm vibing. And the reason I hate to say that is because I still want people to know that I take my craft serious. But a lot of people think that if you just come in and wing something or do something, you don't take what you do seriously. But it's actually to answer her question, it's a combination of both because my family life situations and things of that nature, they definitely impact my comedy and how I come at my style of comedy. But as you know, if you're on that stage for longer than 15, 20 minutes and you just rambling about some stuff, you got to connect with the crowd or it's just going, not going to be right. And obviously, if you got to be some kind of psychic to know who gonna be in the crowd and know who to interact with. So if you don't have some kind of improvisation and work off the top of your head, it's hard to do an hour. You can look at the greats and they're gonna go to the audience.
Yeah.
You can't do an hour of comedy and not have that skill to come off the top of your head. And if you've seen it, you got some people that have 1,000 jokes. You can have 1,000 jokes. But if you don't interact with that crowd, at some point you're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
You gotta pull them in. So to answer Miss Broomfield's question, I do a combination of both.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You know, and when I see you perform, you did a combination of both. You know what I'm saying? You was very interactive with the crowd, and you know, and like I said, if you can't interact with the crowd, you're gonna lose them.
Yes.
You're gonna lose them. You're definitely gonna lose them because one thing about it, man, comedy to me is one of the hardest sports. You know, It's one of the hardest sports because standing in front of people trying to tell jokes that you think that's funny against people that got different personalities, man, that's a hard job. So that's why
Say it again. No, say it again, RaDeazy. The key word you just said, you think that's funny.
you think it's funny. And that's why I say I salute that y'all, when y'all get on stage, y'all actually have the hardest job, to try to keep these 50 to 100 or bigger crowds, different personalities, and make them all be in tune with you. That's that's a hard job. You know what I'm saying? I think I can go play professional football before I go up there and tell a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because you got protection. But I feel when you on stage, you by yourself. Everybody quiet. They waiting on you to say something.
Hey, next joke. Next joke. Next joke. Next joke. Next joke.
And that's how I be. And that's exactly how I be. And like I said, and as a matter of fact, I just want to show everybody, a couple pictures from the last show. We had you at. What they say, stand-up comedy.
Yeah, stand-up comedy live. But basically what it says is my moniker, which is your baby mama favorite comedian.
And that's why I said, man, caught live on stage right there in the act. This is real right here. Comedian Bacon Bits, he really real active on stage. That's me and him together right there. Show me love, and one thing about it, you came down the show before and showed a whole bunch of love to all the comedians. And that's one thing that, I very, like about you. You came down and showed other comedians that you ain't worked with that night a lot of love. And that's what your support system is very, very well, so that's why I know that you own something. You own, as long as you can keep doing that right there, they're gonna all those people gonna become fans of Bacon Bits. All those people become fans of Bacon Bits, and that's what it's all about, And and another thing, you mentioned your wife, your wife coming in, support you everywhere you go. How is it important to maintain a healthy relationship and be able to balance comedy, kids, work, and family? How is it important to be able to balance out? How do you balance it out?
It's highly important. It's crucial. It's crucial. But it goes back to the type of individual that you are. Being a family man is something that I've always strived for in my life. It's very important for me. And the truth of the matter is my wife that you see, who I'm very much in love with, she's not my first wife. She's actually my second wife. I married my high school sweetheart, and things didn't work out. We have a beautiful son. He's 16 years old, be 17 this year. Things didn't work out. I tried my best. She tried her best. We went our separate ways. That taught me a lot about love and a whole lot about family. My first wife, she's a nurse. She's an RN. I put her through nursing school as well as my second wife. So one thing about me, if you're around me, I want that greatness. And, I want you to strive for the best. And no matter what sacrifices I have to make, I'm going to make sure that you go to your highest level. And so the thing about family with me and my wife is a whole registered nurse, man. She gets paid very well. She's very intelligent. She's very beautiful, but she supports my dream and she sees what I do and what I bring to the table. So the thing that I say, people, it's so important to keep a balance of everything. I work 12-hour shifts. My wife worked 12-hour shifts. A lot of times when I'm doing comedy shows, I'm actually using PTO time from my job to actually go and hit the road. I'm that busy, and I have 4 children. So with that being said, it's definitely a sacrifice, and you have to pick you a life mate. I don't say a girlfriend or a wife. I say a life mate, someone that's gonna understand your life and that's gonna be in tune to that. Just even being at our shows, you will see my wife comes in with me. When she comes in, she sits down and she's enjoying the show, you will see me bouncing all over the place. But
Yep.
guess what? You will see my wife. My wife will be in the same seat where she said at. She respects me and loves me enough to let me go out there and mingle with people, male or female. That's a trust thing. That's major trust. She
Yeah.
allows me to go out there and mingle with people. You don't see her popping up. You don't see her running you. RaDeazy, you see my husband? Where my
Yeah.
husband at?
Yeah.
Nah, she goes there. She sits down in her seat, and she's there to the duration of the show. She knows I'm there to network. She knows that I'm there to sell my personality. She knows all of that. But once we leave that venue, me and her going to the hotel, or me and her driving back home on that road, she's my partner. So that's what it's about, establishing that kind of understanding that, hey, it's me and you against the world.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, it's me and you. And I promise you, when, not if, when this takes off and it's successful, you will reap the benefits.
Yes.
You will reap the benefits. That's
Yeah.
it. It's not if. I don't believe in the if. When this takes off, you will reap the benefits, and the world will know what you did.
Yes. Very important. Very important. And all the women that's out there listening right there, you hear Bacon Bitch say, man, you just, I'm talking about like, oh my God, you sound like a love counselor. You sound like a love doctor or something. You know what I'm saying? Because you just put it together so smoothly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people got to understand whether if they got a wife or a husband, you know, that life mate, what you said, that life mate got to be able to have trust and faith in what you believe in. And don't put us above that wife or that husband. You know, and it's very, very, very perfectly said and explained. You know, that's very, very perfectly said and explained. Because I always wonder, like a lot of people that's on the road working, kids, future, they everything. How is it important to balance all that out, and how do they do balance all that out? And you just explained it, you know, because it's very important to have equal balance and all that.
Definitely. And I want to put. RaDeazy, I want to put one more thing to that shaped my mind state. I live in a small town. We don't have a lot of industry. We don't have a lot of plants. We don't have a lot of things going on as far as job wise. You know, in my city, for a lot of people, if you make $9, $10 an hour, you straight. You know, the cost of living is not high. You rent a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $500, $600 a month. So our cost of living is not high. So, you know, it doesn't take a lot, but you have brothers that strive for more. And I have a lot of friends that work offshore, and they travel, and you know, they're gone for 28 days. Yeah. They have wives. They gone for 28 days, and then they home. I got a partner that go for 28 days. He only home 14 days. And I got another partner, he's blessed. He do 28 and 28. But when you first start, you got to build that up. So I got a lot of partners that they're gone away from their wives and their family and everything for 28 days.
Wow.
And when they come home in their 14 days, guess what they have to do? Obviously, you know your wife miss you. You miss your wife. The first couple of days, you want to come grab her and do all the wildest things and everything. But after that, guess what? You still got your partners. You've been gone for 28 days. You coming home with 4-5 racks in your pocket. You won't go stun out. You won't go have a good time. So now you got to deal with your wife saying, okay, the first 3 days you was all over me. Mwah, 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 mwah. Now these other 11 days you won't hang with your partners. You won't go here. You won't do this, and then you finna be gone for a whole nother 28 days.
Yeah.
So exactly. You got to balance to give her that love and attention within them 14 days to let her know she appreciate it, and still try to hang with your partners that you love or everybody else, because that's about it too. Like, I'm on this boat for 28 days, baby. So when I come home, I want to go around my partners and buy the bottle. I want to go on a casino, whatever we do. You know, I want to do that too, but I want you to feel appreciated too. But
yeah.
A woman is such a beautiful creature, man, that it doesn't even matter. Like, she'll count them days. Like, man, you gave me 5 days, and the 9 days. I ain't seen you. You don't love me. You are selfish. You be gone for 28 days. So now you create that thought in your woman head, and that's the last thing she tell you. And now you on that boat for 28 days. Like, man, somebody go drive past my house, see if there's a car over there. Cause I ain't leave you right. I don't trust her. So now you coming back 28 days, you hot. Yeah. You know, y'all get the messing around, and you feel it's a little looser than it was last 28 days.
That where that trust come in there right
there. Yeah. So if you ain't got it, it's gonna poison you, brother. So you gotta, you know, so like I said all that to say this. One thing I know, no matter how much I work and how much my wife work, we in the same bed every night. And a lot of people don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, because even though we work long hours and we work stressful jobs, I work in the mental health industry. She's a registered nurse. At the end of the day, we still get to lay in that bed, even if we tired and we only talk for 30 minutes, and we ask each other how our day was every day. We ask each other how your day was, how the job was, what obstacles you went through today. You know, we get that. And I've learned not to take that for granted, brother, because I got a lot of brothers that don't get that. They on that water 28 days. They on that water 28 days, and they going crazy. They had one argument with their old lady, and now they calling me to drive past the house.
They wonder what's going on now.
Hey.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, I don't know. I don't want to be, because this is my thing. If I consider you a brother, I consider your wife or your mate a sister. So I don't cross certain lines. It's certain things I'm not gonna do, whether y'all stay together or not. Once I bond with a person, that's it. That's what that is. So I feel conflicted as well. Like, now you want me to go over there and see what sis doing, then I tell you what she doing, and what's ahead. Now that's on me. I don't want that on me. So you gotta build your trust and your understanding to where you chose a profession to be away from your significant other for 28 days. And you have to choose the right mate, the right life mate, because every woman is not built for that.
Exactly. And you're right. You're right. And it's certain boundaries you can't cross. You know what I'm saying? As a sister and as a brother, you know what I'm saying? Certain boundaries you can't cross. So I try to stay out of that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? You know the life you chose. So hey, look, I ain't gotta be a part of it. Man, look, like I said, and I also want to know, like, you know, we're going through a rough time right now, and it's been going on, you know, for a while. And I want to, how did COVID-19 affect comedian MC Bacon Bits?
Basically, just like the rest of the world, man, it was a major thing, because just masks and just changing up the whole way that you look at everything. Like I say, I have family. Everything is family first for me. So my thing when COVID-19 first came out wasn't even as crazy as it might sound to most people. It wasn't even about whether I got it or not. I just didn't want to give it to my wife or my children, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm a person, I'm an old soul. I hang around a lot of people that's 60, 70 years old. You see a lot of my partners, they nursing home bound. I like older cats. I like to hang around. So that was my thing. I don't want to give it to y'all, and they saying that y'all body can't fight it off like mine, because I'm a relatively healthy guy. I don't have any health issues, you know. Thank you to the man above. I don't have any major health issues, anything. So my thing was, as crazy as it may sound to most people, it never terrified me personally as what if I get it. I never thought like that. I thought about, what if I get it and spread it to someone that I truly love? You know, so it changed up the way I moved to a certain degree. And also, just as a comedian, venues and, you know, bookings and things that what you were able to do, you know, you would bring out 400 or 500 people easy, and now it changes up to even if the venue could fit 500 people, they saying we only letting 100 in or 200 in, social distancing. So yeah, it obviously changed, you know, a whole lot. Going to comedy clubs and, you know, the mass and stuff. I love to see people faces, and, you know, you have to really be in tune with a person's eyes if they got that mask on, like not to see a person laugh or certain interaction, you know, like the mask is not intimate to me at all, but it's necessary. So I would just say it affected me just learning how to read people without seeing them actually physically laugh, you know, reading their eyes and just learning that. So, you know, I would say that, you know, it affected me as far as that. And as far as my job, I end up working like every day because of it. I worked every day, 12-hour shifts, and I want people to know this. I worked every day, 12-hour shift for 4 months straight. And in that 4 months, working 12-hour shift, 4 months straight, I still did over 20 comedy shows. So, like I told you, yes. So I literally was getting someone else to work me. Every time that you seen me, I was actually on PTO or I had someone else working for me.
Wow, and that's the love you got for what you do too. You make it tight balance, like that balance. You making sure you balancing it all out. You get your work in. You getting using PTO to come out and hit the stage, sharing laughs with other people and things like that. That's it. Like I said, that's that balance. That balance right there. Man, I'm gonna tell you though, one thing about it, man, you're a good dude to me.
Thank you, bro.
Dude, and like I said, and the things that you spoke on, you hit a lot of pointers. You definitely hit a lot of pointers and things like that. Like you said, you know, futurely getting ready to work with Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, man, working, you know, believing in your dreams, you know, balancing everything out with your wife and comedy and your kids, you know, and just staying strong. And 5 years later, you still doing comedy. You know, nobody ever deterred you from, man, you ain't funny. You probably got that, but guess what? 5 years later, you still doing it. You know what I'm saying? You still doing it. You know, so like I said, man, this is the perfect time to where comedy should blow up.
Yes.
This is the perfect time right now because laughter is good for the soul and everybody deserves one. You know how it is. You know how I am. And I feel like this is the perfect time where people need to be in tune with themselves more and escape the negativity, you know, and laugh more, you know, and laugh more, you know. And that's why I say, I like to put funny people on a stage, you know, as well as like yourself to make people laugh. You know,
RaDeazy, can I share something that's a major motivation for me while I'm here on this platform? I want to show this, and I want to get his love to my beautiful mother, and I want to share this. My father, who I'm named after my namesake, Victor Smith Sr., I'm Victor Smith Jr. He died when I was 5 years old. He drowned. He was from here in Natchez, Mississippi, and he moved to Saginaw, Michigan, you know, to be with my mother. You know, he loved my mother that much. He uprooted and left everything that he ever knew to go to a place that he'd never been before. And when he went to that place, he made sure my mother was straight. You know, he took his Southern values up north and told my mother she didn't have to work. She didn't do nothing. Just take care of the children and make sure everything's straight. My daddy handled everything. And the reason this story is so important to me is because my father, he passed away, he drowned. And when he died, my mother didn't even have a high school diploma. My mother didn't even finish high school. And my daddy died and left her with 2 sons, me and my brother Chris, man, left her as a widow. And she didn't know what to do. You know, just imagine that, not working, not having the education level. And my mother went out and got a job. My mother went out and had support, everything. Just imagine that the breadwinner dies, and this is the person that my daddy paid every bill in the house, make sure everything was secure, and then he left this earth instantly. And you have these 2 children, 2 boys. And my mother, she bossed up, man, and she handled her business. And she did what she had to do to make sure we were secure. And I just want to say this on that platform, that I love that woman, and that woman showed me so much. And that's what I put into my comedy. That guess what? Even if a person say I'm not funny, even if a person judges me, even if a person lies on me, I come from a bloodline to where my father was a man's man. He took care of his household. And when he left this earth, I share his name. And when he left this earth, my mother picked up, and she didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
She went back and stayed with her mama and took us with her mama. And when she went there and felt like it wasn't right, oh, this ain't right, because, okay, you coming here, you wasn't around us when your husband would take care of everything. Woo-woo, now you coming back here with these 2 little bad little kids and da-da-da-da. My mama bossed up and said, guess what? I'm going to go get my own. Yeah. And I'm going to do my thing. And, you know, my mama worked at Velasquez Pickles for years, man. My mother got a great job without the education. My mother is a beautiful woman. I never seen her not dress like a superstar. I never seen her not do whatever she wanted to do. And I just wanted to shout her out and say, man, listen, Janie Davis, I love you so much. And everything that you instilled in me, I haven't forgot. And that's what's important. Like, whatever going on in the world today, coronavirus, whatever, at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror and see what legacy you want to leave. And if my mother leave today or tomorrow, no, she's not a comedian like me. No, nobody else might not cry over her. They probably not going to put my mama on all the major news channels when she died. But as long as I'm here, her legacy is alive. And I'm going to tell people about how phenomenal my mother was and about the fact that she went from a situation to not having to do nothing to doing everything. Mm. And that's it. And so whatever else came with that, my stepfather, drugs, whatever came, my mother stands today as a beautiful, sober woman that supports her son and everything that he does. And I love her because she survived eras that people didn't, you know, and she's here. And she's still here. And I'm able to still give her flowers, bro, while she's here. And that's right there. I got the biggest smile on my face, man. I got the biggest smile. And I just want to give a shout out to one more person, my Auntie Carolyn. My Auntie Carolyn, my dad's sister. She, at the drop of a dime, she's there for me, bro. And she supports me in everything that I do. She's been there with me through when my first marriage didn't work. I mean, literally, people don't know what it's like to when you leave a marriage or leave a situation and literally leave with the drawers on your boot. Like, you ain't got nothing. Like, that's it. Like, a lot of people, you know, let's be real. A lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people don't know what that kind of struggle is like to when, okay, you want to leave, you ain't happy, bye. Like Suge Knight on Death Row when he did Snoop and Dre, bye. You won't take nothing. You won't take nothing with you. And do you know what kind of individual you have to be and what kind of family support and what kind of friendship support and what kind of parental support that you have to boss up? So, man, I just wanted to shout my mother out and shout out my Auntie Carolyn and just let them know that as long as I'm here on this earth, it don't matter whether they here or not, people will know about their sacrifices and know about the love that they have for me. And every time I hit the stage, it's the things that y'all taught me and the love that y'all gave for me that makes me go as hard as I go.
And that's very, very well put, man. Shout out to your mother. Shout out to Auntie Carolyn, man. Like, you know, because that's real beautiful that you have that support. And like you said, and able to give people their flowers while they're here. That's very important. That's very important if you're able to do that. You know, you ain't waiting till they leave. You're cherishing them while they're here, you know, and embracing every moment that you have with them, and you putting it on the comedy stage. So
Yeah.
that's definitely big. Man, like I said, man, it's just one thing, you know, you could have been doing anything else in the world, but you're right here, tuned in with your boy, and everybody that's tuned in, and I know for a fact they have learned something. They definitely enjoyed this whole segment of everything that you have spoken about. Man, like I said, it's a couple things before we get out of here. You know, like I said, you know, I like everything that you're doing thus far, and that you're gonna do. That we got, what you got next for comedian bacon bits. You know, I definitely salute that, and our much more power to what you got going on. So the next time we come back here with this one-on-one live, you're gonna be like, "Hey, man, I'm a millionaire now." You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't got to work those 12 hours again. And man, this comedy done took off, or or man, my son just got drafted, and I ain't got, different things like that. And that's what we all pray for, to where we can eventually start doing what we love to do 100% of the time. We don't have to share times with other things, So that's what we all aiming for. That's what everybody should be aiming for anyway. But like I said, before we get out of here, I want to know, and that's the question I like to ask, what would the new you tell the old you to get where the new you at today?
Wow, that's a beautiful question. I would basically, and it might sound corny again, I wouldn't tell me nothing, because I promise you, RaDeazy, everything that I've been through has been a learning lesson, and every pain, my whole outlook on life is built from pain and built from struggle and built from sacrifice. And so if I was able to go as me being now and tell my old self and give him tips and give him things to not experience some of the hurt that I did, I wouldn't even be the individual that's here right now speaking before you. So I tell my old self, don't even listen to me. Don't listen to me, because it's that serious. It's nothing that I've went through, brother, that I would want to change, because everything molded me. Everything made me who I am now. So I embrace the good with the bad. You're not a boss until you take a loss. Life is chess, not checkers. Boss sense is the best thing in the world. I hang around a lot of old cats, so I do a lot of quotes and a lot of thinking, and a lot of them cats, they weren't able to give me the knowledge until they reached a certain age and went through certain struggle and pain. So my thing is, I wouldn't want to tell my old self nothing. What I would want to do is continue to live and be successful, and be able to tell that next young brother that's younger than me the steps. I love to learn it that way. I don't want the new me to tell the old me anything. I would want the old me to mentor someone, to give back, to get back to somebody else, because I don't drink spilled milk. I don't want to drink milk off the floor. I don't want to go back. I don't live in regrets. My lifestyle, I don't trip off of what happened. I don't say, oh, what if I didn't do this? I would still be with my first wife. But if I would, then I wouldn't be having a great life I'm having right now with my wife that loves me more than anything. If I didn't do this, then I wouldn't be doing that. So if I would go back and talk to my old self and give him any tips or tell him some secrets, I feel like I would rob myself of what I'm doing right now. I might not be talking to you, brother. I might not be on Herrin Drive Entertainment. Ain't no telling what I might be doing. So I wouldn't tell my old self nothing. If I met him, if I can go back right now, I'd tell him, shut the hell up and don't complain.
Okay. Shut up and don't complain. And hey, that's what it is, man. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Man, I'm gonna take you 30 seconds right now, man, to get a whole word, some encouraging words from comedian Bacon Bits.
Listen, no matter what's going on in your life, it's always a better way. Don't try to drink spilled milk. Don't cry over. The thing about it is, God got a plan, and then you just got to be patient. Faith is real. You got to have faith. You got to have understanding. You got to have knowledge. So that's my thing. That's my encouragement. Everybody got a plan. Everybody got a dream, and it's going to come to fruition. But you got to be patient and understand.
Being patient. And yes, indeed. And that's what it's all about. You know, definitely what it's all about, being patient. And patience is the key to open doors. Patience is the key to open them doors. You know what I'm saying? But we got to go get it. We got to go get it. And like I said, man, I really salute everything that you've done. I really salute everything that you are doing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing no but show Herrin Drive Entertainment a whole lot of love since before I even met you, you were already showing love. You know what I'm saying? You are like, you know how hard it is to get my neighbor, somebody like that, to share a flyer. Man, I ain't know you from Adam and Eve. You was promoting that more like your face was on there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, I really appreciate all that, man. You definitely will be back. So I'm telling you live with everybody listening, you definitely will be back on Herrin Drive Entertainment.
Hey, before we shut it down, RaDeazy, let them know that. And let them know that, when I showed up at a show to support, I wasn't even on a bill. And everybody showed up. Y'all was getting things together. I actually did a comedy show outside the venue to entertain the guests. As we was getting everything set up and stuff like that, you already have put on a show, and they loved you out the gate. And those same people came right back to come see you perform when your face was on the flyer. Yes. Man, that's what I said, man. That's what I said. Shout out them Colemans. God damn. Felicia Coleman, Elizabeth Coleman, man. Shout out them Coleman. Yeah. Much love. I put them all in the set. They know. Man, them Colemans showed out. They treat me like I Kevin Hart look cousin. They showed it. They showed up and showed out, man. Like I said, man. Look, everybody out there in the whole world, man. You just witnessed live one-on-one with comedian Bacon Bitch. Y'all can follow him right now on Facebook. Also, make sure you go to Instagram. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. And it features videos. You up for videos? You doing videos for people, skits, anything? Anything. Whatever they need. Anything. We building the brand. Whatever y'all need, let's make it happen. You want me to do something funny, a funny commercial for your business to promote whatever you need me to do, I'm there. I'm humble, and I'm willing to do it and use the talents that God gave me. God bless. Bet. And also go follow him, subscribe to his channel while you're doing it. Comedian Victor Jr. Y'all make sure y'all go do that. Man, like I said, it was a pleasure being here one-on-one live with you. Until next time, baby, man, keep doing your thing. Respect. Yes, sir. Man, you just witnessed one-on-one live with comedian Bacon Bits. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him on all social media. Make sure you share this video right now. Make sure you still comment on this video. Make sure you motivate somebody right now. Make sure you do that. Man, until next time, next Monday, we'll be right back right here, same time, 6 o'clock, one-on-one live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Y'all make sure y'all share this. I love everybody out there.
Yeah. Hey, let me paint this picture right quick.
You are now entering the
Yeah, I'm living in the fast lane with my stunner shades on, blocking out the vision of the hater straight face.